What's going on, guys? So I finally reached Plat 1 on Master Duel, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how and what deck I use to get to Plat 1. Here we go. So see right here, the Fluffal Plat 1. So I brought Fluffal Plat 1 to all my games. So all the games I play was with Fluffal and nothing else, and this is what I use to get to Plat 1. So I did a video before for replay and I show you my deck. I think I have little differences where I did make some changes. So this is my deck that I use to get a Plat 1. Alright, so let's just get started. So we're gonna start off with one Fluffal Wings. Now Fluffal Wings is a good card because it's basically a draw 2. Actually, it's like draw 3 because you send Toy Vendor and Toy Vendor searches. So it's just bonkers. So then we have Maxi. Maxi is just over a good card. I wish I can show you in like an order, but I don't know why Master Duel doesn't show in order. So next is we have one Sheep. This card just helps us extend more. We have one Sabers. This makes us the Tiger to pop stuff, and the Wolf to attack like multiple times. Then we have the Bear. So the Bear is this card father, and then it can send the Toy Vendor, set the Toy Vendor, and it cannot be Ash. So that's the most important part, right? Also, you run 3 because you do run the Golden Lord, and it's more consistent that way. Because then you can set it, if you have Lord, then Bear, you can set this, use Toy Vendor, send the Lord, draw 1 if it's whatever it is, doesn't matter. You can lure, send the Toy Vendor, and then go on from there. Then we got one Scythe. Scythe is good because it can use as a go on second card. This deck could go second and go first. So this card is just really nice if you do open it when you go second. But if you don't, it's fine. You can save it up for the next turn. Sometimes when you don't have a lot of plays, you most likely are just gonna search this and Penguin, and then maybe set like a Toy Vendor or something because you don't have any more plays. You don't see it plays that you can't do, and most of the time you disrupt one time with your opponent and they can't do anything. Then we have the main searcher, which is the Fluffal Dog. Just basically searches for everything. Then we have the Etch and Chain. This one is a good card as well. It asks you a 5 card so if you use 5 patch already, you just add the fusion. Sometimes it's also a good time to add the repair as well, because you can use it to target a 5 fusion, return it, and then special summon from the graveyard. So it's pretty neat. Best card in the deck is gonna be the Fluffal Penguin. Basically, this card allows you to special summon from your hand when it's on the field once per turn. So it's not really soft. So you can like summon it, use it, and when it's sent to graveyard, you scratch it, revive it back. You can again use that effect to special summon from your hand. So it's just a great standard. And the other part is it can chain block. So when you use fusion summon for a 5/4 fusion using the Penguin, you can draw to a discard 1. Then we have the Dolphin. Dolphin is a good card. Just sometimes a good play because if you have Foolish Very Good, you drew that, and then nothing else, you can always Foolish Very Good, send the Toy Vendor search for Fluffal Dolphin, no more Dolphin. Then set the Toy Vendor back, and then send you can either send the Wings, which usually what you do, or you can send a Sabers where you can extend from there. Okay. So onto the last monster is going to be the Eldritch. So Eldritch is just a great standard, also great going second. If you have a Floodgate, you can use this. Sometimes, most of the time, you hold it against a trap, because if they flip a Floodgate on you, you can just hold the Golden Lore and then send a spell, and then send that Floodgate to the graveyard. So then, usually that's what I do. If they plug in like let's say Skill Drain or something, then it's such a good card. Okay, next on to the spells. Of course, we got a 3 Polymerization. You just need this card. 1 Frightful Fusion. Frightful Fusion is a miracle fusion. Basically, you can banish from the grave and field. It's really great to like make either the tiger with many materials or the wolf with many material. Alright, so then we have 3 Furies, very good. So this is something that I changed from the last deck profile, is that I bump it to 3 because it's just a great card because you can send Toy Vendor even though it's once per turn. Until we get the Penguin Royal Garden, we're gonna run 3. When we get the Penguin Royal Garden, we can just run 2 because it's gonna be too many once per turn cards. So then we have 5-foot Patchwork. This is just Pot of Greed for our deck, even though it's once per turn. It's super broken. Then we have the 5-foot Prepare to send from the whale. But if you draw it, it's not too bad either because you can use it to special summon from the graveyard as well. 3 Toy Vendor, of course. This card is broken. It's not once per turn, so you can use it and abuse it as many times. Alright, then we have 2 Toy another card that I changed is 2 Twisters because of how many Eldritch there is in the meta in Master Duel. So I like to have this just for security and be safe than not have it, right? So most of the time I like to have this instead of the Harpies because if you get Judgment in, it just sucks. And this card can be chained to IO, so that's also a great thing about it. Then we have 2 Call By. You just have to run Call By because it's such a great matchup for you. So your cards go through if they ash you and stuff, or draw really hurts. But also good against Golden Lord because you can just banish it if they use the effect to, let's say they use that effect to discard from hand, and you just banish it, and then now they don't have even any effect in the graveyard. Then lastly, we're gonna have 3 Droplet because if you do go second and they have a big board, sometimes you just can't really go through it. So Droplet would really help. Okay, onto the extra deck. So as I said, we have a 5-foot Wolf. This helps us OTK. 5-foot Tiger. This helps us just destroy as many cards. It's also good against the Golden Lord because you can chain block and destroy everything. We have a Sabertooth. I run 1 off because you can also OTK with this with the Kraken as well. There's so many ways you can OTK with this deck. You don't really have to worry about it. We have Kraken. 1 Kraken for Sabertooth. Also, this card, if you guys didn't know, it's once per turn. You can target 1 monster your opponent control and you just send it to the graveyard. So it's not destroying. So let's say you're going against a Golden Lord, which is protected from destruction on card effect. You can just use this effect and just send it to the graveyard, and they can't do anything about that unless effect. Then we run 3 Cruels. So the Cruels is the best card in the deck because you can destroy 1 card on both field without targeting. And you run 3 because we do run the True King of all Calamities. Okay, the next one, Exceed, is a totally awesome. We summon it off of Bahamut Shark. It's super easy to make with the Penguin and the Dolphin, and most of the time you will have that combo because it's just your deck searches so much to the point where you can just summon both. Then we have Dugaris to help you extend. So sometimes when you draw, let's say you draw a Penguin and you have another level 4 like Dog, you can just summon this too, and then use this, draw 2. Even though you skip the next turn, it's fine. Even if you go second, because if you do go second, I mean you pretty much gonna go OTK anyway. So the draw 2 is really nice. Another thing is it does have another effect where you can skip your next battle phase and then double the attack of 1 monster you control. You can double the attack of a Kraken that's boosted by Cruel, and that's just over damage, like a lot more damage already. Of course, we're gonna run 1 Calamities. This is a card that makes this deck can go first. Really awesome because I mean calamities. Then we have 1 Phoenix. Phoenix is to help destroy back roads and stuff, and like floodgates and stuff like that. Then we have 1 Sheep. Cross Sheep helps extend like crazy. So a trick to remind you guys is always summon your fusion monster in the middle zone. because then even if you you don't want to keep it blocked, because if you summon it in the wrong zone or something, sometimes you might misclick or summon in a zone and then cross shape is blocked and you can't summon it. It's just the best way to summon in the middle, because then you have more flexibility on where to summon your cross shape. Alright, then we have Borrowsword. Now, I think Borrowsword is very important here because we do see Ignister players, and this card just goes over them. So even if they make a 6k, this can attack it because this and then destroy it, because this card cannot be destroyed by battle, right? So you can use this, and the reason why it works is because the gaining effect of his own, it does not affect the monster, which is the rival, the big dude. The only thing is they won't have their attack, but that doesn't matter because you can use this and then attack over it, even if it's 6k, and we'll destroy it, and then this will still live, and you can just have another card and just swing for another 6,000, which is already game, right? And then the next up, the last one, is going to be Appaloosa. This one, usually end this if you're going first, just to have more negate on the field. Alright, so yeah, so that's a deck profile that I used to get to Plat 1. I'm gonna go ahead and play some gameplay in the background, or in the back next up, so then you can see. I think it's the last 2 games where I got into Plat 1, so it was the last 2 needed. I was really hating going playing against Eldritch because they have so many backgrounds. Some of the time I just cannot grind with them. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's gonna be one really cool one, which is against the Ray Raptor, where I went second and they went full combo. So I broke the board and I went OTK. All right, so thank you for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and then enjoy those next clips. See ya.